I should probably fucking link this to people. Damn it, cat. Dude. Hmm. No. Cat, stop it. Okay. Oh, wow. That looks beautiful. No. Oh, right. This is kind of awkward, I guess. Whoops. There we go. That's better. Okay. Oh, that's because I have it open in the tab, don't I? Yeah, I do. Let's get that out of there. Get out of there. Okay. Oh, it still says I have a viewer. Weird. Okay. Oops. I did the thing. Okay. So in this live, I guess I'm going to be talking about this romance book that I read recently. It was called Ride Me Dirty by Vanessa Vale. And I just have some things that I need to say about this book because it was so weird. It was weird, very weird. Okay, so I got to get it open in a tab. Let's open it up right there. Okay, so I just have a lot of notes written about this book, but I guess I'll go over what the book is to begin with. Or like what it's about, really. So it's about this woman, she's a lawyer in New York or whatever, and she has a death in the family that requires her to go to this like little podunk town in Montana, I think. And she has to go there because the deceased loved one left her their house in their will or whatever. So she's going to go like clean up the house to sell it and everything. And like there's just a lot that happens in the book. But basically she gets there and she meets these two guys and they want to make her their wife. And it's just a whole thing. I'm gonna blow out this candle real quick. Dang, that took a minute to blow out. Goodness me. Okay. There we go. But yeah, so there's like a lot that happens in this book, and I just kind of want to go over it and talk about some things. So I want my notes. So the first note that I have is like a totally random one, but the first, oh, I should probably put it in the chat what I'm talking about. That way, people coming in know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I can't spell talking apparently, but yeah, I'm just talking about the book "Ride Me Dirty" by Vanessa Vale. But yeah, it's this book that I got, I think for free, um, on Google Play Books, and a lot of the books that are free and on Google Play Books are, like, really kinda cringy romances and stuff, and I'm the kind of person that every once in a while, like, I'll go through Google Play and, like, I'll just download all of the free books because, more books is more books, and I love it, especially when they're digital like that, like, I don't need to store them anywhere, you know what I mean? So, I like doing that. And yeah, I came across this book, oh, like, I guess last year or something, started reading it, didn't even get, like, halfway through the first chapter, stopped reading it, and then I picked it back up again, like, right around January, because I'm trying to read more this year than I did last year, which is going pretty good actually so far. But yeah, I finished the book and I just have a lot of things to say about it. It's a whole thing. But the first note that I have taken in this book is when the woman, her name is Catherine, they call her Katie for short. When Katie is on the plane, she's sitting next to this like attractive guy, and I highlighted a part that says all I could think about was climbing on his lap and taking him for a ride. And it's just like, is that what allosexuality is like? Like that what? Do people actually think like that? I don't understand. So yeah, I had to like make a note about that. That is just so freaking weird to me. Like she doesn't even know the guy, and she's already over there like wanting to climb him like a Christmas tree. Like I don't look why, dude? Come on. What what is that? I also highlighted the fact that the author used the term metrosexual to describe a character, which I haven't heard anyone use the term metrosexual in so long, like so many years. So I was like, that's just weird to read because I want to say that this book was written in like 2017. So it's like, why were you still even using the term metrosexual, dude? Like, what? I don't know. It's that's weird. Um, Okay, so next thing I have highlighted is this thing that happens when Katie goes out to a bar with one of her friends from her childhood that lives in Bridgewater. And yeah, I highlighted this like sentence or whatever that says Kara and her husband's working were making me extremely uncomfortable. And it was just like I read that and I'm like, that's literally how straight people talk about queer people. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, why is Kara and her husband's making you uncomfortable? Like, they're not all over each other in front of you. Um, so, like, I don't understand, just the fact that she had 2 husbands, is that what was making you uncomfortable? Because that's fucking closed-minded and whatever, I hate that. Moving on. The next thing that I have highlighted is oh my god. Okay, so I don't know if the editor of this book just wasn't paying attention when they were editing or what the fuck was going on, but literally a couple pages ago, the main protagonist, Katie, realized that it's common for a woman to have 2 husbands in Bridgewater, and, she was like, "Oh, does every woman marry 2 men?" or whatever, and someone's like, "No, but a lot of people do because it's not frowned upon or whatever." So then literally a couple pages later, she's talking to Kara and her husband, and she asks again, "Does every woman in Bridgewater marry 2 men?" And it's like, dude, you literally just got told like a couple pages ago that not every woman in Bridgewater marries 2 men, just that it's really common. So like, did you not pay attention? Like, I don't understand. Did you fall asleep while they were answering? What happened? Mhm. There we go. The next thing that I have highlighted, oh god, this it gets so cringy. But the next thing I have highlighted is, like, further down the same page, she's talking with Kara and her husbands, and then this other person walks into the bar, and, it's literally says, "Without any subtlety, we all turned to look," and that just made me laugh when I read that because I could only picture, like, 4 people sitting at a table, and, like, Kara and her husbands were sitting, like, right next to each other, right? So it was the 3 of them in a row or whatever. So all I could imagine was Kara, her 2 husbands, and then across the table, Katie, all in unison, just doing like the owl head turning your like head 180-degree look from like all 4 of them just to stare at this one guy. So I had to highlight that because reading that just made me laugh very, very hard. It was a whole thing. Oh my god. Just what is this book? Ugh. Okay. This uh this is when we start getting into the weird shit. Um, okay. So a lot of the stuff that I took notes about were part of like the erotic pieces. So if you don't want to hear like any comments on that kind of stuff, then obviously click off. Um, but the next thing I have highlighted is just the phrase, yeah, my panties just got soaked. Ugh. Like, okay, so the context is that an attractive guy at the bar gave Katie a special smile, and all of a sudden, she just wet her britches, I guess. And it's like, dude, what? It was a smile. Again, is this what allosexuality is like? Because if it is, I'm not interested. Like, what is happening? Who sees someone smile and then just gets a fucking lady boner? You know? Like, dude, look at your life. Look at your choices. But anyway, so the next thing, the next thing I have highlighted is the phrase "a swat to my ass" had me startling. I just realized that people. Oh God, hi RK. I'm a little high. But I'm finally talking about that romance book. That I talked about on Twitter a couple weeks ago or whatever. Um, but like a lot of the notes that I have are about like the erotic parts because like they're just phrased weird or I just don't like the language used. I just it's yeah, that one. But yeah, it's just a really weird book, but I also kind of enjoyed it. Uh, but moving on. Oh, right. The context to me having highlighted a spot to my ass had me startling was the fact that like they were barely talking. At that point, they were just sitting at the bar, barely talking, and he just smacks her ass. And I'm like, dude, do people act like this though? Like what? Who? I don't know. I don't understand people. Uh, all right. So next thing I highlight. Oh no. Oh no. I feel like this is gonna be really rough because I'm gonna be like laughing during a lot of this. Oh my god, hi Steph, how's it going? I'm so glad you could join this one. This is gonna get really annoying, isn't it? Just me talking again about what I'm talking about. But I'm just talking about the book Ride Me Dirty by Vanessa Vale, and I'm going over all the notes I made, like in the book or whatever. It's being a time. It's being a whole time. And I'm also under the influence of THC. I am not going to try to say the chemical compound name because I can't say that when I'm not under the influence. So, you know, what's the next thing I highlighted? Good. How are you? I'm great. I'm great right now. Honestly, I'm so chill, you know? I'm just chilling like a villain. But the next thing I highlighted in the book was this sentence or whatever. I liked swallowing the sounds of your pleasure, sweetheart, Jack said, voice cocky. And like the context between about that line is okay. So at this point, Alex, the attractive lawyer at the bar, uh, he pulled Katie back into like a dark corner of the bar or whatever, and he was being a cunning linguist with her. And Jack out of nowhere shows up and he makes out with Katie while Alex is being a cunning linguist with Katie. And it's a whole thing. So that was the context surrounding me highlighting that. Chill is always good. Yeah, yeah, it is. It's great. It's great. So great. I totally wanna watch, The Trial of the Chicago 7 after this, no joke. Like, I've probably watched it at least 15 times in the past, like, 4 weeks, but it's so fucking good, dude. People need to watch it. So the next thing I highlighted in this freaking book, oh my god, uh oh, yeah, okay, Dark. So the author described Alex, he's the lawyer cousin, as being dark, just, no real explanation to that, just ambiguously dark. And I was like, what does that even mean? Like, are we talking Lakeith Stanfield dark? Are we talking like Cuba Gooding Jr. dark? Like, are we talking just a white guy with a tan? So then I kept reading, obviously, and later, like a couple pages later, it gives you more context. And basically, he's just a white guy that's perpetually tan. That's how he's dark. And it's like, dude, what? That's not dark. That's a white guy with a tan. What? Whatever. Oh, no, I don't wanna do this anymore. So the next thing I highlighted was Sam lifted his right hand to his mouth, licked one finger, then another. You're nice and sweet on my fingers. Love catching you when I can. Keep up the good work. Proud of you. Dude, oh my god, that makes me think of the meme. The meme. You know what meme? I'm gonna share the meme. Where's I'm gonna find the meme. Hang on. Uh Oh, no, not extended, it can't be extended. Here it is. Okay. I know that I can screen share somehow. I will figure this out. Share screen, Chrome tab, yes, share. Okay, so it's this meme. Oh, no, you can't hear her. Why not? What is the problem? I don't know what I'm doing. Am I supposed to, like, do something special with it? I don't know. That makes me sad, though. But, it's literally a clip of, uh, Obama's wife, Michelle, Mrs. Obama, I guess. Um, it's a clip of her saying, "Wow, Ethan, great moves. Keep it up. I'm proud of you." And it's like the funniest shit. And Ethan Klein from Ethan and Ela or H3H3, whatever channel you want to watch, he used that in the introduction to his videos, and it was the best thing ever. Like, it's amazing. Absolutely stunning. How do I get rid of this? Okay. That's how. Okay, so moving on in the story, the next oh, I hate this. Okay, so like one of my biggest pet peeves in romance novels is they try to make up euphemisms for people's genitals during sex scenes, and it's like, why? Like, just why, you know? So there's the one phrase that is very common and is in fact also like, a bad name that you could call a guy. It's like the worst thing he could be called, I guess. But that would be pussy, you know, pussy. But yeah, so they used that word a lot in this book, and I hated it. I hated every second of that. There's great chances there was a cute black and white kitty just to yes, he's the new kitty. Oh, that makes me so happy. I'm gonna have to go get more food. That makes me happy. Okay, so that was totally random. You guys don't know what just happened. But my roommate just messaged me telling me that there was a cute black and white kitty eating outside because I leave food outside for the stray cats and stuff. And we have an igloo on the porch as well that I stuffed full of pillows and blankets to try to keep strays warm and stuff like that. But yeah, there was a black and white kitty eating outside, and they're the new cat that I've been seeing come around. So I'm pretty excited about that. Anyway, moving on with this book. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, so the context for me highlighting this is that there was like this whole thing of Katie saying that she can take care of herself and that like the guys want to take care of her, they both want to marry her and take care of her or whatever, and she's like, I can take care of myself. And so I highlighted this part that says, Sam walked slowly toward me. I don't doubt that for a minute, but why would you want to? And it's like, oh, that's kind of cute, I guess, because like he's saying, you totally can take care of yourself, but like, why would you want to when you can have like other people take care of you, I guess. And I was like, okay, that's cute, I guess. I'm not mad about it. Hmm, he's so cute. Yeah. They're skittish. The new cat that's coming around is really skittish. Uh, so I guess they stared at my roommate for a second and then they ran away, but they're precious. Yeah, yeah, they're still skittish. All right, so that was the context to that one. What's the next thing I highlighted? It just gets worse from here, folks. It all goes downhill from here. Oh no. Okay, so I found it, but I didn't click it. Hide margin note highlights. No, keep the margin note. Okay, the next thing I highlighted was this exchange or whatever, which is really weird. Okay, so the guys have this rule with Katie, and like whenever she's around them, they take her phone or whatever. And they started that out because the night they picked her up from the bar, which was the first night she was in Bridgewater, mind you, but the night they pick her up from the bar, they take her phone. And Jack actually calls Kara because they were supposed to go to dinner at Kara's, I guess. And he was like, Kara, hey, it's Jack Kane. Yeah, I've got Katie here with me. So if you don't hear from her tomorrow, don't panic. She'll be sleeping off a night with the Kane boys. And I'm just like, fam, there was no reason for you to do her like that. Like, what? There's no reason for you to like call her friend and be all like, yeah, we're gonna be sleeping with her. So if you don't like hear from her, just don't worry about it. Like don't do that, you fucking weirdo. I just cringed and shivered at the same time. God, this book was something special. Did I mention that the guys were cousins? Yeah, the guys are cousins. It's special. It's really special. Okay. So the next thing I highlighted was just the fact that Jack kept calling Katie Sweetness after she told him not to call her that. And it's like, dude, she told you not to call her that. That's a boundary. That's like something that, you should fucking listen to. It's like a consent thing. And he kept calling her Sweetness anyway. And it's like, that's not fucking okay. Like, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, like, it's not a super violating thing to call her Sweetness or whatever as a term of endearment, but at the same time, it's like if she told you not to do it, then don't fucking do it. It's literally that easy. Respect woman. Okay. And the next thing I highlighted was um Vanessa going on to say that Sam, he's the lawyer cousin, that Sam was dark everywhere, meaning that he either suntanned naked or was normally like dark complected. And reading that, I was like, okay, so he literally is just a white guy with a tan then. Like he's not dark at all. He's a white guy with a tan. You really want to really? In 2017, we were doing this still in 2017? Really? Vanessa? Really? Okay. No, I'm not reading that online. The next thing I highlighted is a phrase or a part of the book that says that Katie heard the crinkle of oil. So it's like, that's cool. At least the book is implying that they're using rubbers and engaging in safer sex. That's nice, Not often does that happen. All right. No, not gonna. Nope. I'm just gonna keep trucking along until I find one that I'm comfortable sharing. Um. Okay. Yeah, that bothers me. I guess. Well, do I want to talk about it? No, I don't want to talk about that one. Oh, right. Okay. So the next thing I highlighted was this thing that just didn't really make any sense to me. Okay, so Jack and Alex, Sam. Why do I keep wanting to call Sam Alex, and I don't know why. But Jack and Sam, like they've been wanting to share a wife like since they were a child, like children, right? So like I don't understand why Sam doesn't have any clothes at Jack's house at all. Like that doesn't make any sense to me. Like what? I don't understand, you know? And like, but why don't you have any like clothes in your car? Maybe, like a couple changes of clothes. I don't know. Just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense that they wouldn't have each other's clothes at each other's houses. Like, even though the men aren't partners, the men aren't a twosome, you know? It's very hard to explain this whole relationship dynamic, but I guess I can try. Okay, so there's Jack and Sam, and they are the cousins, and it weirds me out, okay, that there's pseudo incest in this book, but like we're working with it because I read it, okay, and I'm talking about it. But anyway, so there's Sam and Alex, and they are two separate one sums. But then Katie comes in, and Alex, Sam, Sam and Jack. I keep wanting to call Sam Alex, and I don't fucking know why. Okay, so Sam and Jack are two one sums, but then you bring Katie into it, and Katie and Sam are one two sum, and Jack and Katie are one two sum. And then every once in a while, you got Jack, Katie, and Sam being one threesome. Yeah, that's how that works. Okay, that's how the relationship dynamic works. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing, sis. Um, but yeah, I just highlighted that Jack pulled the phone from his shirt pocket. He was the only one of us wearing fresh clothes since we were in his house. And it's like it doesn't make sense to me. Why wouldn't the cousins have the clothes at each other's houses? I don't know. Whatever, dude. I mean, I'm not the fucking editor. Oh god. Oh god. Okay, again. So I swear, they just made Katie like the most dense protagonist you could ever make in a fucking romance novel. I swear to God. But the next thing I highlighted was okay, so I think this is Sam narrating, and it says her mouth fell open. You want to share a wife? And it's like that's literally what they've been telling you for the past like 4 days, dude. Where you're not freaking paying attention. What is happening right now? You know what I mean? Like, get it together, dude. I can't. I can't, man. I just can't with this. Like, how thick? How thick? Okay. The next thing was oh God, come on, take me to the page. Oh, it's because it's here and I don't. Okay. So the next thing that I highlighted was that Sam referred to Jack's bed as our bed. So it's starting to get weird again. But it's like, okay, so if you consider that to be your bed, then wouldn't you consider Jack's house to be like your house? Like y'all are sharing the house. And if that's the case, then why wouldn't y'all have a change of clothes at each other's houses? Like I don't understand the dynamics of this cousinship. I don't know. I don't know. The next thing oh, that's a whole thing. Okay. So the book tried to establish some ground rules for their relationship and how it works or whatever. And the next thing I highlighted actually was um, this whole exchange. I don't need him to fuck you, like, which is something that Sam said. So Sam is saying, I don't need him to fuck you. And Katie is like, but isn't it cheating? Because they've only ever had threesomes up to this point. And Sam said, it's cheating if you fuck Kara's brother. Kara's name is being spelled, her name is spelled differently. Her name, hold on a minute, give me a what? Dude. Dude, the fucking author changed Kara's fucking name spelling, dude. Like, in the beginning of the book, it's Cara, and then, like, I just read it, and it was Kara, and it's like, "Oh my god." How I noticed that while high. How the fuck does the editor not notice that sober, dude? Like, what the how much did the editor get paid? I'm gonna feel bad if she edited her own thing, um, but, like, I'm gonna assume she didn't. That wow, just wow. Okay. But anyway, yeah, he basically just said it's not cheating if you have sex with one of us without the other one there, but it's cheating if you sleep with someone else. And it's like, okay, yeah, makes sense, obvious. I mean, like that should just be an obvious thing, you one would think, but apparently not. Apparently not. He had to explain that to her. Okay, whatever, dude. Um, so the next thing I highlighted, oh no, oh no, oh no. um Oh, yeah, okay, so the next thing I highlighted was just a typo, so there's no point going over that. Okay, so the next thing I highlighted was this passage in the book where Katie was like, "You have 2 dads too?" And, Sam said something about one of his dads, and, Jack has 2 dads or whatever as well, and she was like, "Oh, wow, you have 2 dads too?" And it's just like, I'm 99% positive that earlier in the book, both of the men said that they had 2 dads, but here she is just being fucking gobsmacked by it again? Like, what? Dude, Katie, do you not pay attention to anything these men say to you? Like, at all? Okay, that's just about her wanting to sell the house. Oh, there's this one part where Jack refers to Katie as "our girl" instead of "my girl," obviously because she's with both men. And I was like, "Oh, that's cute though. That's cute. I like that. That's cute." Um, let's see, what's the next thing? I'm almost out of these notes actually, you guys. Okay. So the next thing I highlighted was this phrase in the book that says, "I could see Sam felt the same way, judging by the tightness around his mouth and eyes. X, he hid his anger better than I did, but either one of us would put our lives on the line for this woman and kill for her if it came to that." And I highlighted that because that just made me think of Romeo and Juliet because these people have literally only known each other for like 4 or 5 days at this point. And these men are already like, "Okay, I'm willing to die for her. I'm willing to kill for her." And it's like, "You need to calm the fuck down. Like, when did we when did your life turn into a Taylor Swift song, dude? Like, chill." You know what I mean? So that's why I highlighted that. And I'm like damn near the bottom. The next thing I highlighted was just one of the guys saying, "Yeah, our girl had all the damn power." And I like that. I like that. I don't know, that was cute. I liked that. It is what it is. Okay. So the next thing I highlighted was one of the guys saying, "We'll keep showing you just how much you mean to us," in reference to like, we'll just keep having sex with you and like trying to show you how much you mean to us. And it's like, sex doesn't do that though. Like, I don't understand allosexuals, dude. And then the next thing I highlighted was just, um, not Kara, oh my god, Katie referring to the guys as my men, and I was like, "Okay, that's cute. It's cute." The next thing I did was, highlight this part in the book that says, "Now's your chance, sweetness, climb on and ride me dirty." And I made a note saying, "There it is. They did it. They did the thing." I clapped because, like, that's the title of the book, you know, and, like, they used it in the book, you know, so they did the thing. Love that. Super clever. Um, yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna say that that's really all I highlighted. I guess I didn't highlight as much as I thought I did. But yeah, I thought I would have way more to talk about, but I don't. But that's okay. Anyway, yeah, that was basically just my thoughts on the book Ride Me Dirty by Vanessa Vale. It was not Vanessa Vale. Yes, Vanessa Vale. It was just weird, dude. It was a weird book. Like, I did end up enjoying it, I guess, for the most part. Like, I liked it more than I didn't like it. But it was weird, and if you can't get over the fact that the 2 guys are cousins, which I couldn't really, then, you stick this one out, you know what I mean? Watch Falling for You instead by Jacinda Wilder. That is a fucking fantastic book, actually. I just finished reading that, like, I don't know, last week, I think, and then I immediately bought the 5th one afterwards because the 5th one is told from Colton's perspective. Albus Simpson's nothing much. I'm just talking about, the book that I'm reading now, because I just finished talking about a romance book that I finished reading a while ago that I've wanted to talk about and just never made a video about it. So that's what I was talking about, and then, yeah, that's pretty much it. Um, but yeah, I read Falling for You by Jacinda Wilder. Like, I've read that so quickly. It was good, dude. It was really good. I was not expecting to like it as much as I did, but I did. And then I ended up buying the 5th one, which is told from Colton's perspective, which is one of the main characters in the first one. And like the other books follow other characters in the series, so I'm not really interested in reading those ones. But yeah, I'm reading Falling for Colton, and I'm probably about a third of the way through that now. And then I'm basically just biding my time until my friend Chrissy from the Return Cart gets a copy of Steal This Book by Abby Hoffman. I want to read it so badly, but we're trying to do a buddy read, so like I kind of have to wait until she gets a copy. Even though I am a slow reader, so I guess I probably should start that book like before she gets her copy because she'll get through it faster than I will probably. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know what else to talk about now. I talked about what I wanted to talk about. I'm gonna eat an orange. I kind of just want to watch the trial of the Chicago 7 again. I've only seen it like 20 times in the past like 5 weeks, maybe. I watch it a lot. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Anyway, I guess I'll talk to you dinos later at some point. I don't know. I really should just edit some of the videos that I have recorded, but I'm lazy and don't want to. So yeah, good movie. Oh, The Trial of the Chicago 7. I'm assuming. I'm assuming you're talking about The Trial of the Chicago 7. Yeah, it's a fucking fantastic movie. I love Aaron Sorkin's writing, and I thought that the directing of uh, The Trial of the Chicago 7 was really good. So yeah, I don't know. It was a great movie. Um, I've liked Aaron Sorkin's writing ever since seeing The Social Network in like my senior year of high school, I think, something like that. But yeah, Aaron Sorkin's a fucking genius, dude. He's a writing genius. What? How does he do it? And like honestly, I feel like even right wing nut jobs could watch like the first 7.5-ish minutes of the Trial of the Chicago 7 and kind of enjoy it just because of how it is, you know? The intro is really fast paced and like you have to catch up and everything, and it's just really good. Um, my mom is actually pretty right wing, and I was like, I need to get my mom to watch this freaking movie. So I sat down and I was like, you need to watch like this intro to this movie. And then if you don't like it, then don't watch the movie, but you're gonna fucking like it. So I made her watch the first 7.5 minutes, which is how long the freaking intro is before the title card. I shit you not. And she was like, oh yeah, that looks so good. It looks so good. And then I showed my mom the opening to The Social Network just so that way she could compare, like, the writing of the script, I guess, because Aaron Sorkin wrote them both, and she was like, "Oh, yeah, okay, that's kinda similar, that was really interesting too." And it's like, yeah, Aaron Sorkin is really good at, like, being 5 steps ahead of you and, like, making it sound like you have to catch up, you know? It grabs your attention. Pretty great. I literally peeled an orange while talking about the book. So, like, I kinda just wanna eat my orange now. But yeah, that's really all I wanted to talk about. That's, like, the only reason I went live was to talk about that book, and I accomplished just that. So, yeah, it was nice having y'all, you know, on the stream, I guess. And, you guys know what to do by now. You can scratch that like button, claw that subscribe button, roar at me in the comments, and I'll see you dinos in the next video. Deuces.